Welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslakir Gerleaf. Today, we're tackling a phrase you've likely heard countless times. The customer is always right. But is it the full story? Buckle up, because we're about to uncover the truth behind this ubiquitous saying and its implications for businesses and customers alike. Imagine this. You're a shop owner in early 20th century London, and in walks a customer demanding a purple polka dot suit. Do you argue? Or do you remember the wisdom of retail pioneer Harry Gordon Selfridge and start measuring? You see, Selfridge popularized the phrase, "the customer is always right," during a time of great change in the retail industry. But here's the kicker. That's not the entire quote. The full saying is, "the customer is always right." In matters of taste, those last four words, they change everything. It's not about the customer being infallible, but rather about respecting their preferences. As the quote made its way into the mainstream, it got shortened, likely for simplicity's sake. But like a game of telephone, the meaning got distorted along the way. A 2019 study by Qualtrics found that 66% of customers are willing to switch brands after just one poor service experience. But does that mean businesses should bend over backwards to accommodate every whim? Not quite. According to research by Gallup, high levels of customer mistreatment can lead to increased employee turnover, costing U.S. businesses an estimated $1 trillion annually. It's a delicate balance. Respect the customer's taste, but don't let them walk all over you. Speaking of balance, have you ever heard the saying, "the squeaky wheel gets the grease"? Well, it turns out that for every customer who speaks up, there are 26 others who remain silent. That statistic, courtesy of the White House Office of Consumer Affairs, reveals the true scope of customer dissatisfaction. It's like an iceberg. What you see is just the tip of a much larger problem lurking beneath the surface. But here's a plot twist. Sometimes, the best customer service means saying no. Steve Jobs famously said, "It's not the customer's job to know what they want." While it may seem counterintuitive, setting boundaries and guiding customers towards solutions that align with your business values can build trust and loyalty in the long run. In fact, a study by Edelman found that 81% of consumers need to trust a brand to do what is right before making a purchase. As we look to the future, the role of AI and automation in customer service is rapidly expanding. Gartner predicts that by 2025, 80% of customer interactions will be handled by AI. But does that mean the human touch is obsolete? Far from it. The key is to find a balance, leveraging technology to streamline processes while still maintaining the empathy and understanding that only humans can provide. So, how can businesses navigate this complex landscape? The answer lies in the original spirit of the quote, "respect the customer's taste, but maintain boundaries." Seek to understand their needs and preferences, but don't compromise your values or your employees' well-being in the process. It's a delicate dance, but one that can lead to long-term success and customer loyalty. As we wrap up our journey, I want to leave you with a challenge. The next time you're interacting with a business, whether as a customer or an employee, try to spot examples of this balanced approach in action. Look for moments where customer preferences are respected, but boundaries are also maintained. And if you're feeling extra ambitious, share your stories with us on social media. We'd love to hear your insights. In a world where "the customer is always right" has become a cliche, it's time to rediscover the nuance and wisdom of the full quote. By respecting taste, maintaining boundaries, and finding balance, businesses can create a customer service experience that truly sets them apart. That's all for today's episode of Understand All. Remember, the world is full of fascinating stories and insights waiting to be uncovered. So stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop learning. Until next time, this is Aslakir Gerleaf signing off.